Hi, today is March 20th. I'm going to look at trading the crude oil inventories out of the US. As you can see here, this is an information sheet from the Joe Bracket Breakout people. I did go ahead and join their system. They had a special. Let me bring this over here so you guys can see it for $247. And basically what I did was I took out some of the money from my Infinity account and just signed up for it with that. So I didn't actually spend any money. Excuse me. I didn't actually spend any money to join the program or anything like that. But so far it's been rather interesting. I've been able to go through and see a lot of the information that they have on specific reports. I was a little disappointed that they didn't have videos. If you click the links, it doesn't take you to videos. They show you charts and they give you an overview of what happened on the release, but they don't actually show videos for each one specifically. So that was a little disappointing, but nonetheless, I have so far learned quite a bit about how they make money and how they trade different releases. With that being said, as you can see here, they recommend a bracket distance of 10. So I'm going to try their method today. I'm going to set it up with a bracket distance of 10. I am still going to use the auto click. I'm going to use Aurora Speedster. I canceled my Secret News Weapon Elite. I'm going to be using 3800 as my triggers. So if the brackets get filled, that's fine, but if there is a 3800 or larger deviation, the auto click will most likely get us in sooner because there's going to be a much larger move, I'd assume. So with that being said, let's go to the Ninja Trader platform. As you can see here, when you first sign up with them, you'll get this screen. Then you'll come over here, click on Connect, and then just click on Global Demo, and it's going to say Connecting CQG down here. We're going to wait a couple seconds for this to come up. Alright, there it is. And to set this up, if I want to do a, let me see, say Dynamic Superdome, we just click on that like that, and it'll bring it up. Instrument is going to be the CL. And how you actually determine which contract you want to use, let me go into that real quick because I had somebody ask me. I'll bring this up here. Go to CMEgroup.com, go to energy or something else, just you can type in whatever it is you're looking for up here and you'll be able to find it. But for right now we're on crude oil, so click on that. And you'll just check the volume right here. Whichever one has the largest volume, that's the month you want to be using. So as you can see here, May has the largest volume, and that is the reason we're using May crude oil contract. Okay, so simple enough. I'm going to open up a chart, come in here and go to chart. Here it is. Double click it. You can make changes over here. We want the minute chart so everything's fine. And I've already saved a template for a chart that I'm going to be using, and this is my chart template right here. And in order to set up the Joe Bracket Breakout, you're going to need two charts. So I'm going to open up both of them now. Another CL, okay, and template. Load. Alright. This one's going to go about right here. Let's bring that over. Okay. And I'll show you the reason I opened up two charts here shortly. Alright, now in order to actually use the Joe Bracket Breakout system, you're going to need to have two charts. One is going to be to have the software running, and the other is going to be to manage the trade. So basically what I would do is I'd click on Chart Trader right here, which is going to allow me to manage the trade, and over here I won't. Instead I'll go into Strategies, Joe Bracket Breakout, and now I can change my information. Alright, I've already set up a strategy called spike trading, which I'm going to be using. Bracket distance, I'm going to change that to 10, which is what they recommended. Let's see what else we got here. Calculate on bar close. Let's change this to true for enabled. Everything else should be correct. So I'm going to click apply. Not yet. Let me actually see here. What time does this news come out? I believe it's 10:30. Give me 1 second here. Pretty sure it's 10:30. Just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, it's 10:30. So I'm going to set this up for 10:29 in 57 seconds. Okay. Actually, let me show you guys what happens. So let's set it up, say, for 9:41, so you guys can actually see what happens with it. Okay. So everything is set up properly. Brackets at 10. Calculate on bar close. False. Let me make sure that's supposed to be false. Okay, yeah, that's supposed to be false. Enabled. True. Alright, so let's just click apply. Screen goes white, but the chart did, and then click OK. And as you'll see here, once it gets to our strike time, you'll see what happens on the chart.
Order pending.
And there it is. You'll see you'll get these diamonds in this kind of till area right here, showing that the order's been entered, or the software is active. And there are my orders, and from this point I can also manage it from over here. You can see that my orders are there, and then you can also see my orders are right here. Okay, and of course I can maneuver my orders simply by clicking on it, bringing them up or down, and I'll also be able to manage the trade in the same manner once we're entered. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to stop this here, and I'll be back with you guys about 30 seconds before the release comes out. For now, I'm going to go back in here and exit out of this one, and a little bit closer to the release I'm going to reset this up, but everything will be set up and ready to go once we come back. Back with you guys shortly. I'm back. I forgot to show you guys my strategy for the trailing and my stop. As you can see here, I'm going to be using an initial stop loss of 15, and I've also set up a stop strategy, which I'm going to show you guys now. Alright, what this is, my profit trigger is going to be 3, and once I'm 3 points into profit, it's going to move the stop to break even plus 1. That's what this is about. And down here, this is the trailing. So once I get into 6 points into profit, it'll basically just have we'll use a 4 point, and we'll use a 3 point trailing stop. I'm going to save this. Alright, so that's going to be what it's set to, and that's pretty much what my strategy is going to be to manage the trade once we get entered, or rather if we get entered. This is a rather wide bracket since we're using a 10, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pause it again. Just wanted you guys to see how this works, and I'll be back with you guys shortly. Alright, we're back. We're about 5 minutes out until the release. Going to go ahead and set up my Aurora Speedster here. So for the first one, I'm going to enter my buy order, which is going to be right here. Click B. Second order, my sell order is going to be right here for sell. Then click stop. And that is done. Second thing I need to do is use this chart here to add the software, which I'm going to do right now. Bracket distance of 10. Entry time of 10:29:57. Okay, 10:29:57. Enabled. Change that to true. And everything else is perfect. Just click apply. Screen goes white, and then click OK. Alright, so we're in the well, we've attached the software. I'm going to have this on another monitor, and this one right here I'm going to be able to manage the trade with, and I'll be back with you guys about 30 seconds before the release comes out. Alright, I'm back. As you can see up here, we have 30 seconds to go. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller here. Same on the other chart. Alright, one contract, Aurora Speedster set up properly, everything looks good. Let's see what happens here. 10 seconds to go.
Order pending. Order filled. Order cancelled.
We are in the market.
Order cancelled.
Alright, and we just exited out. Let's see what we got here. Over here, deviation of 3,314. Okay. Alright, let me check something here real quick. I'm going to pause the video so I can put my numbers up. Alright, as you can see here, I got in at 92.99. This is much easier because once you take a trade and close a trade, you can see your information is right there on the chart. So 92.99 is where I got in, which is right here. I exited at 93.11, which is right here. And also my profit and loss, I was able to figure out how to do that. You know, it's something that you have to go into under properties. Where is it at here? Profit and loss display. You can do it in currency, and you also have to change it from false to true in here. So with that being said, everything turned out properly using the 10-point bracket orders, or excuse me, the distance is 10 points, and it did exactly what it was supposed to. We didn't get triggered on the auto click, which is okay. There was a large deviation, but it wasn't large enough to get us into the market. So anyway, this is my first trade using the JOBB system, the Joe bracket breakouts, and I'm going to end it there. And in the future, these videos won't be as long. I simply wanted to explain how I was going to be setting things up and want you guys to see how the JO bracket system actually works. So now that you do, in the future, I won't go through all this again. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.